What's going on, people? What's going on, people? How you doing? J Forbes Fitness here, and today we are going to tackle Caliente calves. Now, the reason What's going on, YouTube? J Forbes Fitness back at it again, and today we are going to tackle the Caliente calves. All right, so the reason why I figured to go this route is because we already tackled the squat series 1 and 2, and then or part 1 and part 2. Then we tackled the booty building blocks part 1, which I got part 2 coming at a later date, and then we tackled the holy hamstrings. So I figured, why not finish off the leg and go ahead with Caliente calves. After the intro, we're gonna go ahead and tackle right into it. All right, what's going on, family? Welcome back. All right, before I go forward, please like, share, and subscribe if you guys find value to what you're about to hear. Obviously, that's going to be it towards the end of the video if you're new, but if you've seen some of my content and you do like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you'll always be notified when I have a new one of these guys coming out. If you don't find value to it, obviously don't subscribe. I get it, I understand. But if you do, go ahead and hit that bell so that you guys never miss out. All right, here we go. So Caliente calves. So how we're gonna start this off is we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about the anatomy. The calves, they comprise of 2 different muscles. So we have the gastrocnemius, and then we have the soleus. Now the gastrocnemius, that one contains about 50% slow twitch and the other 50% fast twitch. And the soleus is 100% slow twitch. Now, I did touch on this in holy hamstrings, what the fast twitch and slow twitch is. Fast twitch muscles, they respond better to power and strength. Slow twitch respond better to more endurance. Best, I guess, example I could use for that, power and strength, power lifter, Olympic lifter. And then if you're looking at the slow twitch, it would be more for the endurance athlete. So more the long distance or the person that does about 15 to 20 reps and stuff like that, okay? This muscle is used obviously for every sport. It's used for everyday life. When you walk, your calves, they do obviously contract. But the thing is, which is a fun fact, is that for sprinters, it's mainly at the hip and what I mentioned in my last video, holy hamstrings, at the hamstrings, sorry. So what happens is the hamstrings is the powerhouse, and that's where you're gonna get all your power to basically propel yourself forward along with your hips. Now what the calves do, which is surprising, is they just prevent your foot from basically breaking down. So what I mean by that is when you're running, you're in something called plantar flexion, which is boom, that. And what happens is that is mostly the position that a sprinter is going to be in when he's touching the ground, right? Because you're sprinting off the balls of your feet and you're going stride for stride, stride for stride. Now what the calves do is they prevent you from going into dorsiflexion, which is coming up like this. Okay, so the calves, it's almost like the calves are just a stability tool, which is weird. I know, I get it, because you see the calves that are contracted so forcefully, but that contraction is really to prevent it from falling down, right? On the other side of the spectrum, for the more endurance athlete, when they're running, they're not running really on the toes of their feet, they're running basically on the heel. So what happens is the calf does come into more play here. And what that does is it helps with their stride, to make sure that their stride is in stride, basically, and it more plays for the endurance athlete as opposed to the sprinter or strength or Olympic lifting athlete. The exercises that you guys can use to tackle both of these muscles are rather different. So for the gastrocnemius, it would more be a standing variation. So it would be something that looks kind of like this machine right here. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it in your gym, but if you don't have that machine, you could always go into a Smith machine, put a couple of plates on the ground, and basically just go into plantar flexion all the way down into dorsiflexion. So this is very, very important. Now, the reason why I mention this is because typically I personally would see, and I've been going to gyms for a very long time, and I've always seen, a couple of people when they're doing any type of calf machine, especially the standing one, just go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So they're kind of in their head saying, you know what, I can't feel the burn until I get to 50. So they would just kind of go up and down and up and down. Now, this muscle, to affect it, it works better if you do something somewhat of a tempo of 2 and 2. What that means is 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Now, if you really want to really feel it, you can put that isometric in there and you can go 2, 2, 2, which would be 2 seconds up, hold, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, so on and so forth. So you can do that to really feel it. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because you're going to actively work the muscle a lot better than if you're just doing it up and down, up and down. When you're doing it that quick, you're just working the tendon and not really the muscle. Because that range of motion is so short, you're not going to really be able to affect the muscle if you do it that quickly. So what you need to do is you need to come up, like I said, hold, contract, then come all the way down into dorsiflexion, and then come all the way up. So the thing is, what I read a long time ago is that the more a muscle is stretched, the more it's going to be recruited. So hence why you should come all the way down into that dorsiflexion, really stretch out that muscle, and then come up. And everything needs to be in control in order to work that muscle, right? If size is what you're looking for, okay? Now for the soleus, now this, I'm sure you guys have seen this machine as well into your gyms. This guy works the soleus, and it's a seated position. And what you're doing is the same exact tempo that you're going to use for your gastrocnemius, or for the standing calf machine, is going to be the exact same tempo you're going to use for the seated one for your soleus. So this one as well, you're going to come up into plantar flexion, slow, hold, and then come all the way down into dorsi, hold, and so on and so forth. So what you want to do at the end of the day is you want to work your calves at a slow range of motion. The reason being is because, like I said, you're going to work more the muscle as opposed to the tendon. Okay. With all that said being done, guys, that's really all I have for the calves. So the calves are very short and sweet. Don't really worry about them too much personally, just because I'm more into the compound movements, which I had mentioned in my other videos and stuff like that, or actually my intro. But yeah, so for the calves, I'm keeping it short and sweet because, you know, that's all there is to cover, number one. And number two, today is Sunday. It is the big game. Filming of this video, it is the Super Bowl. So if most of you guys don't know, I'm a huge football head. I watch every Sunday. My team is the Niners. So, you know, unfortunately they lost out 2 weeks ago to the Rams. So I'm looking forward to watching this game because it's basically my season finale of the NFL. I'm a former athlete. I played for about, I think, 14 years. So it's just in me. So I love this sport to death. Anyways, all that to say, that's why it's short and sweet, because I'm about to go ahead and cook up some good food. So the recording of this video, we are some hours away from the reopening of the gyms. So let me tell you, today's the Super Bowl and tomorrow's the gyms. Oof. So, I mean, I know for you romantics, it is Valentine's Day. Yeah, I got a hot date with the gym, so that's where I'm gonna be. Thank you for tuning in as usual. You guys always make my day with the comments and the questions that I receive from people and stuff like that. It just shows me that, again, it's not falling on deaf ears. And let me just let you know that I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, right? So I'm gonna leave you guys with my classic, fitness is not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. Work hard.